Buckeyes will kick this deep to start us off. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. And strong coverage though. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. And looking to throw now on first down. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Looking to pass here on second down. Short connection to the tight end here. And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26.
Well, it's a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and you talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019. But, Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU is really dangerous, they get consistent play from the...
Lofting it toward the left sideline. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down, but missed it.
Well, this defense has got to be aware that this quarterback and this offensive coordinator, they're not afraid to take shots. Here we see it early in this game. Throwing the ball downfield. Defense has got to be aware. Keep those safeties back. Keep your eyes up. Try to keep a lid on this offense and look for some turnover opportunities.
So, second down after the incompletion. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. The pickup is 9. That's what they're looking for. Sets up a 3rd and 1 now.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
Third down coming up after that running play. Can he make it to the marker? Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to third down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Chris, it feels good to see an LSU team be able to run the football when you know they're going to run. I mean, they've been doing that forever, going all the way back to like Jacob Hester and Kevin Falk. His ability to run the ball and catch out of the backfield. Leonard Fournette. And, of course, Clyde Edwards-Helaire on that great 2019 team. And now, LSU stable of backs again on this roster, too.
Tackle made after a big gain.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air. Man, puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Looks like LSU has the first down.
You know, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. And that run produces a decent gain. Here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Snags the quick throw. Tackled down at the 3 after the catch. Defense up against it now. So here we go. Third down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Can he get there on the ground? Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
It is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
And the kick is good. Offense settles for 3 on the drive. So we have our first points on the board. That makes them 3-0. We come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. They'll return it from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. First down here for this offense. They start the drive giving the ball to the receiver on an end around. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
You know, even though positive yards are gained here, I think the defense has to be happy on how they prepared coming into the game for these kind of different looks. They looked very aware that these formations and plays could happen on any given down.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Off play action, he's looking to throw. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Nice job by this defense jumping on that football to come up with the interception. And not exactly how this quarterback envisioned this game starting. His very first throw of the game, he puts into traffic, and he costs his team.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
The quarterback's got to do a better job here of reading the coverage. He was determined to get that ball thrown to this receiver, but they played double coverage. He still tries to throw it, and he almost threw an interception.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. And now another deep ball here. Intercepted in the end zone.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to... chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Ball handed off. And he stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Solid run. They'll bring it down at the 28-yard line.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
So from the 28-yard line, it's a 3rd and manageable here. Crossing the 40. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Go with the toss play here to the left side. Let's give credit to the guys up front, the offensive line, center, guard, tackle. They seal the edge. But I love seeing the receiver's willingness to be a part of that and a good job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play cannot be spilled out of the backfield and into the open field. So everyone handled their responsibilities perfectly to pick up some nice yards.
They'll hand it off. He's found some room at the 45. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. And the running back takes the handoff. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Looks right for a quick completion. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. And he finally steps out of bounds after a huge gain. It'll be first down and goal.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
That's a design quarterback keeper. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown. He shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
Kick goes through, so it's 7-3. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Return starts from inside the 5. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Pressure is coming. Picks the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented.
Oh, that one's picked off.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. Here's the 2nd down play. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's marked out of bounds after an excellent game, but there is a flag on the field. This one might be coming back. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. 2nd down after that previous play. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it right near the end zone. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Well, perfectly thrown football here, and this quarterback's got to be fired up. It's his first passing touchdown of the season. Here's the first of hopefully many more for this young man.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. comes that LSU offense back onto the field. This drive is important. The last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. He's running out of time here. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
What a play here by this defensive line. You can get so caught up in the flashy offense of Ohio State in recent years. But let's not forget, they still play defense in the shoe and have such great history and tradition with that defensive line play.
That sack makes it second down and forever. And he's got it already past the first down marker. Solid gain there. Moves the ball up to the 32.
Chris, I know when we think about LSU, we go back to 2019, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, that dynamic offense. But at the end of the day, it's still LSU. It's still the SEC. And ground and pound is something they will never move away from. Great job here, and move the sticks.
And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is the offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Now the offense faces third and long from the 30. Can they convert and get a drive going? Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Jukes to get free. He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down. Offense going to roll the dice and go for it inside their own 40. Here we go, fourth down. They'll try to run for it. They'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit. This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field.
Trends show guys that are continuing to go for it on fourth down. But what's crazy to me, Chris, is deep in your own territory to go for it on fourth down. It's a big risk, but it pays off here.
Had a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
It's a quick grab. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. And the quarterback dropping back. Short throw, running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. Zero running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
I can see what the quarterback's trying to do here, Chris, and he gets the completion, but just no gain. There's just no room to go after the catch.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. And that catch is hauled in. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're just fundamentally sound right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And the senior quarterback puts a little bit too much on the throw.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
The offense needs 10 yards on this 4th down to keep the drive going. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now.
Maybe a little bit too creative here on this 4th down play call by the offense. I think the defense was anticipating the offense trying to get the ball into the hands of that receiver, whether it was a pass or a run. And by anticipating it, they're able to keep him short of the 1st down marker.
Quick completion to the tight end. A huge hit by the linebacker. A collision of big bodies there.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. It's going to be incomplete. Tried to make something happen on the run, but nobody open.
Boy, it looked like the quarterback had everything that he needed there. Had great protection. The receiver ran a nice route. Just not able to convert there on that third down. Let's see what their decision is on fourth down coming up.
Trying for a fourth down completion. Catch made on the left side. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
Man, that's got to be deflating for this defense. They had this offense right where they wanted, and then they come up with a fourth down conversion with that pass.
The Buckeyes line up on 1st and 10 now. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And he'll just lob this pass into the middle of the field. Touchdown, Ohio State. Strong game by this quarterback. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And they go up 18 after the PAT. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team.
LSU offense will take over 1st and 10.
And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? And he crosses the 30. Tackle made after a solid game. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
First down and 10. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Looking to pass here. And that one is incomplete with just 9 seconds on the clock.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Getting set. Here's second down. Quarterback drops back. The pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
One more play before they head to the locker room. On third down, he drops to throw. And looking for a big play here. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. Going the other way, can they catch him? Tackled on the return, and that's how we'll end the first half of play. Minnows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors for our halftime update. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly.
Trying an onside to start the third with the lead? It's, I guess, a bold strategy. Now we'll see if it comes back to bite them.
Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive.
The ball is picked off. Going the other way, can they stop him? And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
Here's the handoff. What a move, goes right through the tackle. He's got room to run now. Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker. Second down after that run on the previous play. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter.
I love the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little bit lacking on that one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board on that call.
Here's a gamble. Head coach keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. He's got it. Enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
That's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Now it's second down here. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the plus 40. Still looking for that elusive touchdown, but finally this offense is moving. First down and 10. Oh, what a move. Second down play coming up. And the single back takes the handoff. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Trying to extend the play. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
This will be the 9th play on the drive. They call the draw play here. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain. Offense now operating in the red zone, facing a 3rd and short from the 20. Try and muscle for the first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a 3rd down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on old reliable, that offensive line, and they come through for you.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an
And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the 4th quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
They make the extra point to trail 21-10. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
Number 10 set to kick this one away.
He'll take off from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Receiver makes the catch. So a positive play, Kirk, with the crossing route. This is the defensive communication the coaches were worried about in this game.
Yeah, it really is a challenge in this call. When the offense goes with that deep crosser, that defense has to do a good job of communicating, really keeping their head on a swivel to understand who's coming into their zone. That time they just lost the receiver and they gave up a big gain.
A completion makes it 2nd down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Some hard running there through a tackle. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
How about the defense's effort here? You're dealing with one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the country. Anytime he scrambles, you better have 3 or 4 guys pursuing the football. They do a good job of affecting his rhythm by pressuring him to the whistle.
Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
And it's caught. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
You know, they don't pick up the first down here, but they do get some positive yards, and I really like the route to get enough separation to give the quarterback enough room to put it in there.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And here's the handoff. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from the first down. Begin the quarter with a crucial play, offense setting up for this third down. They'll try to run for the first down. Brought down, but the game moves the ball all the way to the plus 42.
Oh, just a backbreaker for this defense. That's two separate times. On this drive alone, they've had a chance to maybe get off the field. They'd had these third downs, only to give up first downs. Now, as a defensive coordinator, man, you got to dial up any kind of pressure at all to shoot a gap and try to bust that ball away from these backs.
The backs got it. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Looking to scramble. Looking right. This one caught. Eventually taken down, but how about the spin move that earned him first down yardage?
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
They're going to run it. Great cut there. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me? Let's play together.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Lets it go. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. The tackle is made. The offense is now set up with a first and goal from the 8.
Well, I think the offense lulled the defense to sleep here. You think that they're just working the clock here and running the football, and then they throw and surprise you and get some positive yards downfield just to keep this defense honest.
And he's finally tackled after 3. Defense getting pushed backwards.
You're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the fourth quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job at eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the fourth quarter.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. The Soft were able to bring him down quickly. Urgency here. Got to cut into this lead. It's third down and goal. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They'll try to run this one in. Touchdown, Buckeyes. This offense is still clicking.
Well, when you have a big physical offensive line, you can wait to third and goal and rely on the running back to get you a touchdown.
Not the news, though, Coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. Extra point up and good. They build the lead to 18 here in the final quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. Oh, he's looking to throw. Second and long now from their own 5-yard line. And they'll use the ground game here. And that's a solid game for the defense able to bring him down. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? It's picked off again, the 4th for this QB today. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking. Moved right down the field for a touchdown. Touchdown, Ohio State. To stretch the lead, the route is on. How important was that touchdown, Kirk? It's now a 2-possession game here in the second half.
It's a great job of this offense with their execution and having situational awareness here in the second half. They now have, as you said, Chris, this 2-possession lead. They got a great chance to finish it off and get a win.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's brought down at the 16, looking better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. He's moving out of the pocket. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense does a good job of pressuring the quarterback, but really impressed with the quarterback's effort. Not only does he pull out of that, but he's able to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this call. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. Important second down play coming up. Press coverage now from the secondary. And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, what in the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. That right there, that's what they've been looking for all game.
Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Passes the 40. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Inside the 10. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Now the all-important extra point. And the quarterback. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He's looking to throw. And it's caught in the end zone for a 2-point conversion to cut into this lead. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And looks like the hands team are able to recover the football. Unleashes the stiff arm. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. This group has been clicking. They really built momentum. The defense make adjustments. Come up with a stop here. Quarterback escapes the pocket. He's hit just before the throw, and it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws this football, and it falls incomplete.
And this time it's complete. Tackle made at the 21, but this offense is in great position to add more points.
Chris, another accurate throw by this quarterback, and this guy has just been on fire all game long, over 200 yards passing, but more importantly, making great decisions for this offense and put them in a position to win this game.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal right there.
I just continue to be in awe of this offense. Even with the lead, these guys are going to play for 60 minutes. They do not let up. Here they are. Typically, you want to run the football here to work the clock, but these guys stick to the game plan and keep throwing the football, trying to get more yards.
And the tackle is made. The defense saying, not this time. They got burned in the scramble last time. They bring him down pretty quickly here.
Boy, Chris, I thought when he took off on his scramble, I thought he had a chance to maybe get it to the end zone. But the defense does a nice job. Yeah, they gave up a couple yards, but they kept him out of the end zone.
All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. And the wideout goes in motion. Looking to pass here on second down. Caught near the goal line. Brought down at the 2 after the catch. The offense close to punching it in.
Well, that's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility, what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback's safety blanket.
Getting closer, but now it's third down. Can they punch it in from the 2? And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good. May stretch the lead a little bit more. The kickoff team on the field now is set to send this one away. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Tackle at the 7-yard line. That's good coverage, but a bad decision to bring it out. We'll see what the offense can do with poor starting field position. He moves the ball out to the 15. A timeout stops the clock with 8 seconds remaining. Offense getting set. It's second down. Brought down to the 23. Good enough for a first down. And a late timeout taken. Just 4 seconds on the clock.
Timeout, LSU.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And he'll set up to throw. Now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. Pass falls incomplete on the deep shot, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's check it out.
Man, playing defensive back has got to be the toughest job out there right now in college football. You get isolated on islands against these freaky, talented receivers. It's hard enough to be able to stay up with them and try to make a play on the ball, and often you end up bumping them downfield and you get a call like this.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? He's got some room and some blockers here. And he's just going to go down as the time runs out in this ballgame. Well, it wasn't a flawless performance, Kirk. They looked pretty good out there today and a very satisfying W.
Now, I think this group has a chance to do some really special things this year. They clearly have talent to be able to work with. I've been impressed with how this head coach managed the game and led his team to a victory.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.